What's up YouTube, Seth here on Super Seth TV. So 2013 has been an excellent year for the smartphone market, and we've had some great smartphones this year, and a lot of them too, a bit too many some may say. And although a lot of choices can be confusing, variety drives competition, which is great for us the consumers. So here are my top 5 smartphones of 2013. Now this is my personal top 5 list, so no doubt it may differ to your top 5 list, so do drop your top 5 in the comment section below. And without any further ado, let's get straight to it. So coming in at number 5 is the HTC One. Now this for me is the best looking and definitely one of the most premium smartphones of 2013. And if build quality is your thing, then no doubt you will really like the HTC One. That, along with one of the highest pixel density screens out there, and the HTC Boom Sound, so that's the dual frontal stereo speakers, make this a very nice device. I think one area that HTC do struggle in is marketing. They have tried a lot this year, but they've not been as successful as competitors such as Samsung. Coming in at number 4 is the iPhone 5S. Now primarily being an Android user, I did really enjoy using the iPhone 5S in the few weeks that I was reviewing it. It's extremely fast and snappy because of that A7 64-bit chip, and Touch ID has to be the best implemented fingerprint ID technology on any smartphone out there at the moment. Lots of others have tried it with the fingerprint recognition, but it's just not worked as well as with the iPhone 5S. And the simplicity of iOS makes it no surprise why the iPhone has been so popular with the mass market out there. And even though the iPhone 5S released towards the end of this year, it still has been one of the best-selling smartphones of 2013. Now the reasons why this isn't higher up in the list firstly come down to the fact that it looks exactly the same as the iPhone 5. I would have liked to have seen something different, maybe something more towards the HTC One. And also because of the screen size, it's still a 4-inch screen in a market that demands larger screens, and the resolution is still lower than 720p in a market that has 1080p smartphones out there. So there's definitely room for improvement. Hopefully we'll be seeing this with the iPhone 6. Coming in at number 3 is the Samsung Galaxy S4. Now a lot of other tech channels haven't really put this in the top list of their 2013 smartphones. I think it might come down to the fact that the S4 has that polycarbonate glossy plastic build, which hasn't been too popular, and also because of so many features on the S4 that are considered a little bit gimmicky as well. But Samsung have sold over 40 million units of the Samsung Galaxy S4. I believe that makes it the best-selling Android smartphone of 2013 as well. And you don't sell that many units unless it's a great phone. Now personally, I carry my smartphone around in the case, so the build quality hasn't been that much of a big deal for me. And overall, the S4 has been a great phone. It has one of the best cameras out there on any smartphone right now. And I have stacked it up against a lot of other cameras, and it's definitely performed really well. And right now, Samsung seems to be the only manufacturer offering expandable storage as well as a removable battery. Something we're seeing a lot less of these days. It's sort of becoming a USP for Samsung because so many other manufacturers are deciding not to include these. And personally for me, this is a big pull. I mean, recently I just got an extra battery kit, so I can charge a spare battery independently of the device, so I don't have to be stuck near a power cord or anything, the short power cords. I can just separately charge a battery and switch it whenever needed, and that for me is a really big advantage. Coming in at number 2 is the Google Nexus 5. Now without having to mention anything else, just the price of this device is absolutely insane, about half the price of most of the flagships out there. An absolutely great device overall, very fast, smooth and snappy, and the best true Google Android experience you're going to get right now without any of the third-party add-ons. A few areas could have been better, such as the battery life, but any of the shortcomings are made up for by that amazingly low price. Finally, my number 1 device of 2013 has to be the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. Now the Note 3 line created and still dominates the phablet market, and Samsung have packed this with some of the best internals out there right now. It's almost an S4 on steroids, I would say. And yes, it is pretty large, but with that larger size, you get a larger screen as well as a huge battery. Now this eliminates the need of having a separate tablet altogether for some. So if you can work with the larger size, then the Note 3 is definitely a great option.